Hey guys, welcome to the next video in this number system topic. So the subtopic is divisibility rules and types of numbers. So we get started. And my name is Sarana and this video is produced by Six Phrase. Okay, so these are some of the other videos that we'll be posting. So keep a close eye on the Six Phrase YouTube channel. All right, so let's get started. So divisibility rules, guys, uh, for each digit or each number, I should say, we have a different type of divisibility rules, but there is a reason why we have the rule framed that way. Okay, so I just don't want to give you the rules and not tell you the reason, because if I tell you the reason, is not only for the just a minute, get the highlighter. It is not only for this two. You just by understanding this 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, for all those numbers you'll be able to get know how to do a check the divisibility. Okay, so this is why I want to concentrate on how you find or the reason behind why we do what we do. Okay, so let's get started. So for now, so something is oscillating there. Yeah, that is 2. So what it indicates is for the number 2, okay, something else is oscillating there. Yeah, it is 1. Okay, for the number 2, if you have to check the divisibility of 2, you have to look at the last digit. Okay, you have to look at the last digit. This 1 indicates that you have to look at the last one digit. Okay, so what is the last unit digit here? It is 9. Okay, so what is the largest is here? It is 8. Okay, so this 9 which is rotating there is the digit which is of most important to us, because for checking the divisibility of 2 you will have to look at the last one digit. Okay, that is going to tell you if the given number is divisible by 2 or not. So let's see how to do it. So this 9 is not divisible by 2, and hence this whole number is not divisible by 2. Okay, now look at this 8. This 8, rotating 8, is divisible by 2, so this whole number is divisible by 2. It is as simple as that. Okay, now this 2, this 1 determines how we did the divisibility check for 2. That is what is going to happen when we use this 2 square is equal to 4. This 4, right, and this 2 is going to determine how we are going to do the divisibility check for 4. Okay, so let's take this number. You can see here we had 1, so we checked the last digit alone. Here we have 2, so we are checking the last 2 digits. So that is why last 2 digits are rotating. Okay, now 79, is it divisible by 4? Of course not, so we have a wrong mark. Next, in this next number 88, is it divisible by 4? Of course yes. Okay, so this number and this number helps you to decide what is the rule to check if a given number is divisible by 4 or 2. This continues for the third one also. Okay, so for 8 you will have to check the last 3 digits and see if it is divisible by 8. Okay, so the last 3 digits are rotating here. So it is not, 578 is not divisible by 8, so this whole number is not divisible by 8. So the beauty about this rules is you don't need to check this whole, divide this whole number by 8. You just have to divide this last 3 digits by 8 and then come to a conclusion if this whole number is divisible by 8 or not. Okay, so that is why these rules help you do problems very easily. Okay, now in the next number we have 584 rotating, because we have to look for the last 3 digits. And of course 584 is divisible by 8, so this whole number is divisible by 8. Now for 16, we have to look at the last 4 digits. Okay, so you can see the last 4 digits are rotating or spinning. Okay, they're spinning. And 4578 is not divisible by 16, so this whole number is not divisible by 16. 7584, let's see if 7584 is divisible by 16. Yeah, of course 7584 is divisible by 16. So this whole number is divisible by 16. So you can see just by using this formula, you're able to find the divisibility check for 2, 4, 8 and 8, 16, not only 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, you can go so on and so forth. Okay. The important point here is you are able to remember this. You'll never forget this. Okay, the divisibility check for 2, divisibility check for 4, divisibility check for 8, divisibility check for 16. All these things you'll never forget it because you learn it formula wise. Okay, so that is what the aim of this slide is. We move on to the next slide. Yeah. Now, again, for 3 power 1, 3 square, 3 cube, we have a very similar divisibility check that we can derive from this. Okay. So, guys, for 3, if you have to check if the number is 3, what should you do? You have to add all the digits. Okay. You add all the digits. So, let's say you add all the digits. Okay, I'll take a pen and I'll take highlighter. No, I'll take pen. Pen will be more appropriate. Right? Yeah. Now 4. Now the way you do divisibility check for 3, 9, 27. Okay. It is all the same. Okay. So that is why 3 power 1 is 3, 3 square is 9, 3 cube is 27. What is 3 power 4? 3 power 4 is equal to 81. Okay. So 3, 9, 27, 81, 243. They all have the same divisibility check. I'll tell you how to do it. Now 4, 1, 4. What you do is add all the digits. What is 4 plus 1 plus 4? You get 9, right? Now, is this number divisible by 3? Yes. Okay. So this whole number is divisible by 3. Okay. Now add all the digits here. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Is 10 divisible by 3? Obviously, it is not divisible by 3. So this whole number is not divisible by 3. Guys, so this is very simple. Okay. Now how does this relate to 9? Okay, now how do we do this for 9? Okay, so we'll see how we do it for 9. Okay, now what we did here is in 9 you'll have to do the same thing. Okay, it is very simple. What you do is add all the digits. 4 plus 1 plus 4 is 9. Okay, divided by 9. Okay, what do you get? You get 1. So there is a division. Division is possible. So yes, this division is possible. So this whole number is divisible by 9. Okay. Add all this. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Now 10 divided by 9, what do you get? You are not able to divide it. Okay. So that is the reason why this number is not divisible by 9. Okay. Guys. So I hope you're understanding the basic logic here. Okay, the basic logic is add all the digits. If it is a multiple of 3, then this whole number is divisible by 3. What does multiple of 3 mean? If you're able to divide it by 3. Okay. Again, I add all the digits. If you will get a sum, right? If you're able to divide the sum by 9, then this whole number is divisible by 9. If your sum is not divisible by 9, this whole number is not divisible by 9. Okay, so that is the commonality between 3 power 1, 3 square, 3 cube, 3 power 4, 3 power 5, all those values, that is the commonality. So I'm guessing for this you'll already know how to do it, right? What is 4 plus 1 plus 4 is 9 plus 8 is 17, 17 plus 18 is 35, 35 plus 1 is 36. Okay, so somewhere I did something wrong. So we'll go back one more time. Um, yeah. Uh, 4 plus 1 plus 4. Okay. Okay. So this is the problem. Okay. So these two numbers should not come. Okay. So it is 41499. Okay. Now add all the digits. What you get is 999. What is 999? It is 27, right? So you add all the digits, you get 27. So you divide it by 27, and obviously it is possible to divide. That is why 41499 is divisible by 27. Okay, now add all these digits. 6, 9, 10, 26 plus 7 is 33. Now can you divide 33 by 27? It is not possible. Okay, so that is why this whole number is not divisible by 27. Okay guys, there is a mistake in this number. You just have to take this 8 and 1 outside. Okay, anyway, but I hope you understood how you do the divisibility check for 3, 9 and 27. Okay, once you understand this, you will never again forget it. Okay, so that is again the point here. We try to give you formulas, and we try to give you stuff, so the formulas and the logic behind why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, so that is the try. Okay, or that is the effort that we put in. Okay, so that once you understand how you are doing this, you will never forget it. Okay, it is easier than just rote learning. Okay, next. 5. I think this is supposed to be a very easy slide. You guys know how do you, when do you say a number is divisible by 5? If the unit digit is 0 or if the unit digit is 5. Okay. Does it mean just the unit digit is 0 or 5? No, this can be 5, right? Okay, this can be 5. Okay, this can be anything, but you can be sure only when the unit digits are 0 and 5. Okay, you don't need to worry about the other digits. Okay, just concentrate on the unit digits. You can see here it is 0 and here it is 5. If the unit is 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. Okay, very simple. Now divisibility by 10. Again this is very simple because you just have to concentrate on the unit digit. If the unit digit is 0, then the number is divisible by 0. Okay, don't need to worry about what lies beyond the unit digit. Okay, before the, I should say before the unit digit. Okay, before the unit digit here there are 3 zeros. Before the unit digit here 7, 5, 8, 6. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever lies before the unit digit. Just concentrate on the unit digit. If it is zeros, it is divisible by 10. If it is 0 or 5, it is divisible by 5. Okay. Okay, now what if they give you a number which is 0? Okay, now this number we say it is divisible by 5, right guys? But I also told you if it is 0, it is divisible by 10. Now my question to you is, yes, this number is divisible by 5. Now is this divisible by 10 also? How can a number be divisible with both 5 and 10? Can you tell me the answer for that? This number, okay, is divisible by 5. We know that. Okay, this number is also divisible by 10. Okay, this is divisible by 5. This is also divisible by 10. Okay, now how can a single number be divisible by both these numbers? What is the rationale behind it? Okay, I'll tell you a rationale. This is a very important concept because we'll be using this in the problems that come ahead. Okay, so I want you to understand this problem very deeply. Okay, now the reason why I want you to understand this very deeply is um, for two reasons. So those reasons I'll tell you as we go. Right now, see, if a number is divisible by 10, which this number is divisible by 10, right? This number is divisible by 10. We also say this number is divisible by 5 because you write the factors of 10. What are the factors of 10? It is 10 itself, then 5, then 2, then 1, right guys? These are the factors of 10. Yes. So if you're not if you're not like familiar about what factors are, you're not sure what factors are about, okay, don't worry, we'll be covering those things in the next video. Okay, right now just understand these are the factors of 10. The reason they are factors is very simple. Take this 1 divided by 10, do you get a remainder? No. Take this 2 divided by 10, sorry, take this 10 and divide it by 1, do you get a remainder? No. Take this 10 and divide it by 2, do you get a remainder? No. Take this 10 divided by 5, do you get a remainder? Obviously not. Okay, and take this 10 and divide it by 10 itself, you won't get a remainder. Okay, so those numbers which don't, or I should say those devices which don't give you a remainder, when you divide the number or the factors of those numbers. Okay, so those numbers which are 1, 2, 5 and 10 which don't give you a remainder, when you divide this number or the factors of those numbers. Okay, or in other words, factors are the numbers which divide the given number completely. Here the given number is 10. Okay, so given number is 10, so the numbers which divide 10 completely are called factors. Okay, now what does this completely mean? Okay, a number can divide a number completely when the remainder is 0. 1 can divide 10, what is the remainder? 0. 2 can divide 10, what is the remainder? 0. 5 can divide 10, what is the remainder? 0. 10 can divide 10, what is the remainder? 0. So it means 1, 2, 5, 10 can divide 10 completely. Okay, if I divide 10 by 7, what is the remainder? So the remainder will be 3. So now 7 does not completely divide 10. Okay, 7 does not completely divide 10. Okay, so whenever I say completely divide, it means the remainder is 0. Okay, so now this is the reason, guys. See, there is a theorem or some sort of theorem which says if this number is divisible by 10, then this number will surely be divided by all its factors. So what are the factors of 10? 5, 2, 1. So if this number is divided by 10, you can surely say this number is divided by 5, this number is divided by 2, this number is divided by 1. Okay, so that is the theorem that I want you to understand now. We'll make use of those things later. So let us remove all the ugly things. Yes, remove. Okay then. Now for 25, divisibility check by 25, guys, it is very simple. Look at the last two digits. If it is 0, 0, 25, 50, 75. If it is any of these numbers, then the whole number is divisible by 25. In this example, the last two digits are 75. Okay, so it is this whole number is divisible by 25. In this example, the last two numbers are 0, 0. So the whole number is divisible by 25. In this example, the last two digits are 70, and this 70 doesn't present itself in any of these four cases. So this whole number is not divisible by 25. Next, divisibility by 6. Okay, guys. Now 6, 12, 15. Okay. Now I want you to understand something about these numbers 6, 12, 15. Okay. These numbers are what I call composite numbers. Okay. So these are what I call composite numbers. When you are trying to check at the divisibility rule for composite numbers, or when you're trying to understand the divisibility rules for composite numbers, there's one thing that you need to be aware of. Okay, one thing is you have to find the LCM of, okay, find the LCM. Again, if LCM is not something that you know already, we'll be doing it in the next video. Okay, the next video is for factorization, prime factorization and stuff like that. Okay, so the next video will be LCM and HCF, so don't worry about it. Okay, right now just try to understand whatever you are able to grasp. Okay, now LCM. Now, if these are composite numbers, whenever you are trying to find the divisibility rules of composite numbers, it forms a group. The composite number forms a group. So if you understand what I'm trying to say here, for any composite number, you can apply this and easily find the divisibility rule. Okay. So 6, 12, 15. Okay. Now, for composite numbers, you have to identify. So let's take 6. Okay. So we'll take 6. Okay. So apologies for these writings, or I should say scribblings. Okay. So right now we have this is our best way of expressing. Okay. So as we move on, I'll try to animate everything and give you a more presentable way of giving you a seminar. Okay. Right now, just put up the test just for 1 or 2 videos. Okay. After that, we'll make this all animative, and make sure that you get a very visual experience so that you don't miss what I try to say. Okay. Now 6. So let's take this number 6. Okay. Here we have a 6, right? Yes. This 6. Put it over here. Okay. Now this is the general method for finding the divisibility rules for composite numbers. Okay. So what you'll do is LCM of LCM of x comma y should give you 6. Okay, LCM of x comma y should give you 6. Why do we need this x comma y? Yes, we need it because for the divisibility rule of 6, it states a number is divisible by 6 only if it is divisible by x and y. Okay, it should be divisible by both x and y. Okay, so it should be divisible by both x and y. Okay, so this is when we say LCM of x and y is equal to 6. Okay, so it should be both x and y. Now what does it really mean? Okay, so I'm going to take an eraser. Now what it means is, what it means is LCM of what and what will give you 6? Does anybody have an idea? LCM of 2 and 3 will give you 6, right? So LCM of 2 and 3 will give you 6. So what does it mean? I told you it should be divisible by both x and y. So if a number should be divisible by 6, it should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, so it should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to rub this off. So this should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, so this is what it means when I say a composite number. Find LCM of those two numbers must give you the composite number. Okay, why are these two numbers important? Because if a number should be divisible by 6, it should be divisible by 2 and 3. So that is why if you take a close look here, I am like looking at this. So it says must be divisible by 2 and 3. Now you know the reason. Yes. So take this number. Is it divisible by 2? Of course it is divisible by 2 because it ends in 2. So take this number. Is it divisible by 2? Of course it is divisible by 2. Okay. But then how do you find if it is divisible by 6? You should also find the divisible. You should also find if these numbers are divisible by 3. So you have to add them. Add each digits. Okay. Remember there is a divisibility rule for 3. You added all the digits. The resulting number should be a multiple of 3. Okay, so I'm adding all these digits. I'm getting 18, which is a multiple of 3. But if I add all these digits, I get 20, which is not a multiple of 3. So this is not divisible by 6 and this is divisible by 6. Okay, so that is what is reflected here. Okay, a tick mark and a cross mark. Guys, I hope you got this. Okay, now we'll do some clearing up. Yes, now let us take 12. Now what did I say? LCM of something and something must give you 12. So what is this something and something? 4 and 3. Okay, so LCM of 4 and 3 will give you 12. So for the divisibility check of 12, it is sufficient if you see if the number is divisible by 4 and 3. Okay, so that is what you see here. See, must be divided by 4 and 3. Okay, so now how do you check if it is divisible by 4 and 3? 4, guys, for divisible check of 4 is you have to look at the last two digits. Remember 2, 4, 8. Yes, so last two digits are divisible by 4, obviously. So both these numbers are divisible by 4. So how do you split it? You have to see if it is divisible by 3. So add all the digits like this. If you add all the digits, you will get again 18, right? Because this number and this number is the same. So 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 18. But if you add all these digits, you will get 20. Okay. So that is the reason why this is divisible by 4. But this number is not divisible by 3. Okay, so that is why there is a tick mark over here and cross mark over here. Okay, so guys, I hope you understand how we are getting the LCM of, I should say we are using the LCM of two numbers which result in the composite number that we are interested in. Okay, to frame the divisibility rule for this composite number. Okay, so we'll do one more so that you get a final understanding of this. So we'll do it for 15. So you can see must be divisible by 5 and 3. But what is the reason? The reason is LCM of 5 and 13. Okay, LCM of 5 and 30. Oh, sorry. LCM of 5 and 3 so LCM of 5 and 3 will give you 15. Okay, so that is the reason why we divided by 5 and 3. So if the given number is divisible by 5 and 3, then we can surely say the given number is divisible by 15. Okay, guys, this step of emphasizing on LCM of 5 and 3, okay, is 15 is very important. The reason why I tell you is, let's take this example. Okay, let's take if the number is 18. Okay, the number is 18. Now what is the divisibility rule for 18? You should get two numbers whose LCM is 18, right guys? What are those two numbers whose LCM is 18? Can I write 6, 3? People wrongly understand that 15, 5 into 3. 5 into 3 is 15. So that is why we are taking 5 and 3. 12, 4 into 3. 4 into 3 is 12. That is why we are taking 4 into 3. Okay. 6, 2 into 3 is 6. That is why we are taking 2 into 3. Okay. So it is very natural for people to assume for 18, it is 6 into 3. Because 6 into 3, what do you get? 18. Right? Guys, but for divisibility check of 18, you don't need to check the number for 3 and 6. The reason is, what is the LCM of 3 and 6? LCM of 3 and 6, is it 18? No, right? LCM of 3 and 6 is 6. Okay, so that is why this approach, these two numbers won't fit here. Okay, because the LCM of 6 and 3 is 6. It is not 18. Can you tell me the two numbers whose LCM is 18? Let's see if we are able to come up with the answer. Just think about it, guys. I want you to tell me the two numbers whose LCM is 18, and it is not rocket science. Okay. LCM of two numbers 18. So let us split up. Okay. Let us split it up and see how we can do this. Okay. 18. 1 into 18. Yes. This is one possibility. What is the next possibility? 2 into 9. This is the next possibility. 3 into 6. This is the next possibility. Okay. Next 4 into nothing, 5 into nothing. Again it will repeat 6 into 3, 7, 8, 9 into 2. Okay. And then again 18 into 1. Okay, guys. Now so if you have a look at this, we basically have only three combinations. This combination repeats here. Okay, so the three combinations of 1 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 6. So can you put 1 comma 18 here? Yes, the LCM of 1 comma 18 is what? 18. Okay, there is nothing wrong in it. Okay, so can you put 1 comma 18 and use it? Okay, see, you cannot put 1 comma 18 because the divisibility check for 1, any number is divisible by 1. Okay, so obviously this number is going to be divisible by 1. The divisibility check for 18, do you know it? That is what you are going to find. Okay, here you are going to find the divisibility check for 18. Okay, so there is no use if you put 1 comma 18 here. Okay, so it is of this 1 comma 18 combination is not going to give any result that is of use for you. Okay, so what I do is, we just saw 6 comma 3, it doesn't work. Okay, so the LCM is 6. Okay, so the only possible option here for us is 2 comma 9. Okay, so we'll take 2 comma 9 and see what happens. So 2 comma 9. Okay, and this is going to help us. Okay, because you first see if a number is divisible by 2, then do the divisibility check for 9, which is add all the digits and see if it is a multiple of 9. Okay, so if both the conditions are satisfied, or if the number is divisible both 2 and 9, we can clearly say the number is divisible by 18. Okay, now you understand this. Yes, I hope you got this, guys. Okay, if you don't understand something, rewind the video and then repeat it. Okay, it is not possible for you to understand everything in the first go. Okay, so make sure you rewind it and repeat it. So divisible by a composite number, so that is what I was talking about. So when it comes to a composite number, it must be divisible by a and b, where LCM of a comma b is equal to the composite number. Okay, now divisibility rules for 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 21, 23, 27. Okay, let's do this. Does this what are these numbers? These are special numbers. Okay, so you, once I tell you the method, you will be equipped to take on questions that usually seem difficult. Okay, so make sure that you pay close attention to the next 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to clearly tell you how to do these numbers, because all these numbers, guys, have a common way of solving. So if you learn this one method, you can easily do it for all these numbers. Okay, so that is my aim, is for you to understand the method very clearly so that you are able to crack all these numbers. Okay, now right now divisible by 7. Okay, so we'll take it step by step. Now pay close attention here. Okay, now you're going to frame the rule for divisibility by 7. Okay, guys, everywhere I did not tell you this is the number, this is the rule. Okay, I am teaching you why we are, what is the reason behind the rule. Okay, the reason why I teach you is so that you can come up with your own rules. Okay, and that might be very easy. That could be the shortcut way that people still are not aware of. Okay, I want to give you the basic method or basic foundation, and I want you to build upon that. Okay, so now you're going to frame for 7. We'll see how to frame it. Okay, now what you're going to do is take the 7, multiply it by 3, you are getting 21. Yes, guys, take the 7, multiply it by 3, you're getting 21. See, the reason why I multiplied by 3 is very simple. I want the 7 to become a number which is close to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is the reason why I multiplied it by 3. Either it should become close to 10, or it should become close to 20, or it should become close to 30, 40, or 50. Okay, so why should this number become close to 20, 10, 30, 40, 50? You'll understand it as we complete the slide. Okay, right now just understand my aim here. The reason for multiplying the 7 by 3 is to get this number 21. Okay, because 7 into 1 is 7, it is not close to 10, guys. 7 into 2 is 14, is it close to 10 or 20? No. 7 into 3 is 21, now it is damn close to 20, right? If I got a 19, then I would say that is also close to 20. Okay, so that is why I stop at 7 into 3, 21. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, to get 20, what should I do? Because 20 is the number which we are interested in, right? Or number ending in 0. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are the numbers we are interested in. So what I do is subtract 1 from it. So you'll get 20. Okay, now here we have some results that I want you to closely observe. Okay, this one is something that we are interested in. This one is something that we are interested in. Okay, this 2, this 0, and this operator, this is something we are interested in. All these 3 things will help you to form the rule to check if a number is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, all these 3 things. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. So pay close attention to what does this 1, 2, 3 mean. Okay, or what does this minus, what is this 2, and what does this 0 mean. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this, guys. Pay close attention, because this is what is going to help you high time. Okay, so listen to this very carefully. Now let us start understanding it. Okay, so I'll get you the number. Okay, now this is the number given. They're asking you if this is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, that is the question. Okay, so 458,444, is this divisible by 7 or not? Okay, guys, now what you do is, you see this is me, okay, asking you the question, is it divisible by 7? Okay, can you just see this number and tell me if it is divisible by 7? 458,444. Impossible, right? Yes. So what we are going to do at this point, you are not able to say if it is divisible by 7. Okay. So what you do is, now I will tell you the meaning of this. This 0 indicates the number of digits that you are going to extract from the right hand side. Okay, this 0 indicates the number of digits you are going to extract from the right hand side. Now in this number, so how many zeros are there? 1 0, right? Guys, how many zeros are there? There is only 1 0. Now because you have only 1 0, from the right hand side you are going to extract this one number. Suppose you had 2 zeros here. Let us suppose you have 2 zeros. Then this will become 2. Then you should have extracted these 2 numbers. Okay, in this 44. Okay, if it is 3 zeros, you have to extract 444. Now you understand the rule of this 0. Yes, if it is 1 0, you take 4 outside. I'll tell you what you do with the 4. Okay, but right now if it is 1 0, you take 1 4 outside. from the right hand side you should go, don't go from the left hand side. Okay, from the right hand side, if it is 10, take this one digit alone. If it is 20, take these two digits, 44. If it is 30, suppose you had 30 here, you must take these three digits, 444. Now what you do with it, I'll tell you. Okay, but right now what you understand is, depending upon the number of zeros, from the right hand side start extracting these numbers. Okay, I want you to take this number out. I want this 4 outside. Okay, I want this 44 outside. I want this 444 outside, depending upon the number of zeros. Okay, now that is 0. Now we'll come back to that later. Now I told you, because we have 10, you are going to extract this one digit, which is 4. Now what do you do with this 2? Okay, you take this 4, put it over here, and then multiply it with this 2. Guys, did you get it? Take this 4, put it over here, and then multiply it with this 2. What do you get? 8. So now you understand the role of this 2. Whatever you are extracting, the extraction process depends upon the number of zeros. Okay, so once you done extracting, you multiply that number which you extracted with this number. Okay, so here it is 2, so you multiply it with 2, so you will arrive at an answer which is 8. Okay, so I hope you understand what this and this means. Okay, now we finally have one more, this symbol. So I'll tell you what this symbol indicates. Now guys, I told you 4 to 8. Now what, see, because you extracted this 4, what are you left with? You are left with only 45844, because this 4 is gone, you extracted it. Okay, because you are left with only 45844, that is what you find here, 45844. Okay, then this 8, okay, this 8 with 3 lines, you find it again with 3 lines. Okay, the reason is this 8 is this 8. Okay, because I got an 8 here, I am putting an 8 here. And why do I have a negative sign here? Yes, exactly. So this is where this negative sign that we were talking about from the beginning of the slide comes into play. Okay, so this negative sign is because we have a negative sign here. Let us suppose we had a positive sign here, then this would be positive. Okay, so the positive or negative depends upon this sign. Okay guys, so I hope you understand what these three things means. I cannot emphasize on the importance of these three things. Okay, this, just these three things. If you know what it is, you understood this method. Once you understand this method, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 21, 23, 27, you name it, you can do all these problems very easily. 31, 33, 37, all these numbers you can do it easily, because you know how to do the frame the rule. Okay, so what did I tell you? So because you extracted this 4, you are left with only 45844. That 45844 is what you put here, and then put the sign. Okay, and then use this 8 over here. Okay, take this 8 and put it over here. Okay, so you understand how this came about. Now what happens is 45,844 minus 8 is 45,836. Now guys, you tell me, 45,836, is it divisible by 7? This is my question. Okay, this is my column. Okay, this is column for me. Okay, now 45836, is it divisible by 7 or not? Obviously you cannot say it unless you are a human calculator. Okay, I know there will be some calculators, human calculators. For those people, good luck. Okay, you have a great future. But for others, for other mere mortals like me, okay, it is not possible to say if this is divisible by 7. So what do I do, guys? What do I do? Repeat the same thing. Okay, 0. So take this one digit, put it over here, or extract it. Okay, 2, so multiply it with 2, I get a 12. Okay, so once I've extracted this, I am left with 4583. So that 4583 is what I put here, and this 12 is what I put here. Okay, the same process, the same thing. Why is there a minus? Here we have a minus because we have a minus here. Okay, so this is the reason. Now 4583 minus 12, what is it? You get 4571. Okay, now is this divisible by 7? Obviously you cannot say it, right? So we'll move on, we'll do the same thing. Okay, so take this, multiply it by 2. Why do we multiply it by 2? Because of this reason. Okay, and you get a 2. So if you take this, you are left with 457, and minus is because we have a minus here, you have a minus here. Okay, and this 2 is because of this 2. Okay, so 457 minus 2 will give you what? 455. Okay, if some of you are very good in mathematics and know a small trick, you can say this is 455 surely divides this by 7. Okay, right now I'll also tell you that. Okay, it is very easy. Take these two numbers, divide this by 7. What do you get? 6 is the remainder. 6 is the quotient, but what is the remainder? Remainder is what I'm interested in. The remainder is 3, right guys? Take this 45 divided by 7, the remainder is 3. Now just attach this 3 to this 5. What do you get? You get 35. Attach this 3 and 5. Okay, you get 35. Now is 35 divisible by 7? Yes, right? So obviously this number is divisible by 7. So at this point itself you can say it is, this whole number is divisible by 7. Okay, but if you are not sure about it, okay, don't worry about it. We'll repeat this one more time. Okay, so take this 5, multiply it by 2, you will get 10. So if you take 5, you are left with 45. So the 45 is here, and take this 10 here. So, and this minus is because of this minus. 45 minus 10 is 35, and I'm sure you know that 35 is divisible by 7. So this whole number is divisible by 7. Okay. Eleven. Okay, guys, we're going to do the same thing for 11. Okay, so or maybe I'll leave it for you to work it out because it is very similar. Okay, we move on to the next one, which is a different one. Okay, we'll take the divisibility rule for 19. Okay, we'll see how to do this for 19. How do you write 19, guys? 19 into 1 is equal to 19 plus 1 is equal to 20. I told you have to bring this 19 very close to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And it is very simple because 19 into 1 is 19. Add 1 to it, you get 20. So we've got this thing that we look for. And what are the three things that we are interested in? 1, 2, 3. These are the three things we are interested in. Why are we interested in these three things? We are interested in zeros because that is the amount of digit that we are going to extract. How many zeros? 1 zeros. So I am going to extract 1 3 from the right hand side. Okay, and multiply it by this 2. What I get? I get 6. So if I extract this, I am left with 8848. Okay, so that is what you have here. Okay, so if I extract this, I am left with 8848. Okay, so that is what I have here. Now I take this 6 and put it over here. Okay, now 8848. Now the difference between this problem and the previous problem is, look at this sign, guys. Why did I put a positive sign? Because here it is positive. The previous problem it was negative, right? But here it is positive. So 8848 plus 6 will give you 8854. Okay, so now 8854, can you surely say it is divisible by 19? So I cannot say it. So obviously some of you might say it. Okay, but it is, I'm not sure if this is in 19. So what will I do? I'll redo the process again. Okay, so take this 4, multiply it by 2, I get an 8, and if I take this 4, I'll be left with 885. So that is the 885 I have here. So I'll take this 8, put it over here, and then add it. Okay, again it is addition because here it is addition. What is 885 plus 8? You will get 893. So even now I'm not sure if 893 is divisible by 19. I cannot say for sure. So what do I do? Do the process again. Take this 3, multiply it by 2. Okay, so why do I multiply it by 2? Because here it is 2. Okay, you get 6. So if you take 3, you're left with 89. Okay, take this 6 and put it over here, and you have a plus sign, guys. And this plus sign comes from this plus sign. So 89 plus 6, you will get 95. Okay, now 95 is divisible by 19. Okay, so okay, I'll admit I know 95 is divisible by 19. Okay, but some of you might not know it. Okay, so what you can do is repeat the process. Okay, take this 5, multiply it by 2, you will get 10. Take this 9, this is 9. Take this 10 and put it over here. What is 9 plus 10? 19. And even a layman can tell you 19 is divided by 19. Okay, guys, so you can see all this process might seem very lengthy, but once you get some practice, this is I am very sure this is the shortest way of finding it, and also the most accurate way. Okay, any shortcut which doesn't guarantee accuracy is not a shortcut. Okay, so this guarantees accuracy. Okay, so make sure that you learn this method. And the thing is, you can apply this like I told you for 13, 19, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 21, 23, 27, and so on and so forth. You can create your own formulas for it. Okay. Practice, guys, practice is the important thing here. So there is one more thing, okay, it is not only what you saw, there is one more advantage of this, okay, I will tell you why. Okay, appreciate the use of this method for large numbers. Okay, this method, no other method can give you this, but only this method can do it. I will tell you why. Okay, so see, let us see, you have to find if this number is divisible by 11. Okay, guys, this number is divisible by 11. Okay, now how do you do it? I told you, if it is divisible by 11, you should take that number, multiply it by something. We don't care what you multiply it with. Okay, the resulting answer must be very close to a multiple of 10. 1000 is a multiple of 10. Yes, correct. 11 into 99 1 is 1001, guys. 1001 minus 1 is 1000. Okay, so we finally got what we are looking for. Okay, why do we put, see, you can easily put 11 into 1 is equal to what? 11 minus 1 will give you 10. Yes, we can easily use this and use this sign, use this 1 and use this 0 to come up with our own rule and then solve all problems involving 11. But why am I using this? Why am I using this? There is a reason. Okay, the reason is, now tell me, what is the number of zeros that you see, guys? What is the number of zeros that you see? It is 3. Okay, so the number here is 1. The operator here is minus. Okay, because the number of zeros is 3, now you will be, from this number you will be taking or extracting 406. I told you, look at the number of zeros, and depending upon the number of zeros from the right hand side, okay, extract that many number of digits. Okay, because we have 3 zeros, from the right hand side I am going to extract 3 digits. So 406, I am extracting it and putting it over here. Now what do I multiply this with? I multiply this with 1. Simple. Yes, now if you multiply this by 1, what do you get? 406. Okay, now you take 406 outside. Now if you extract this, you are left with 830158. So that is why I have an 830158 here, and you know this negative sign is because of the negative sign here. Okay, minus 406, this 406 will come here. Okay, so if you subtract this, you will get this number, guys. Okay, now can you say if this number is divisible by 11? Obviously you cannot say it. Okay, so what should you do? Repeat it. Okay, now repeat it 3 digits from the right hand side, 1 and a negative symbol. Okay, 3 digits from the right hand side, you extract, you get 752. This one is this one. Okay, 752 one is 752. You extract 752, you are left with 829. So this is 829. So this is 752, and this sign, you know why we have a negative sign. Now 829 minus 752 is 77. Now guys, is 77 divisible by 11? Very much so. Okay, 77 is divisible by 11. Anybody can easily say it. The problem here is, if you had to use that first method wherein you had only 11 into 1 equal to 11 minus 1 is equal to 10, you had only 1 0. So this process will go digit by digit in that case. Okay, for those of you who just forgot it, 11 into 1 is equal to 11 minus 1 is equal to 10. Now there is only 1 0. So if you apply this method, the 0 is 1, this is 1, this is negative sign. You will do this letter by digit by digit. Now this is time consuming, but if you take 3 digits at a time, see, look at the number of steps I've had. Just go back to the previous slides, guys. Look at the number of steps. How many steps? Here. Go back to this. Look at the number of steps. Yes, but in this example, what you have is, you are done within just 3 steps. Yes, so this is using these things to frame your own rules. Okay, these things and these things to frame your own rules. I've given you the basic blueprint. Now take this and use it so that you can form shortcuts after shortcuts to solve problems. Okay, so this is the difference between a person who is doing well and not doing well. A person who is doing well is taking up whatever he learned and he is researching it. He is seeing different ways of how he can use it. Okay, so that is what I want you to do. Okay, move on. It should be subtracted from 876,905 so that it can be divisible by 8. Okay, so guys, for divisibility of 8, okay, I told you just have to concentrate on the last 3 digits. Yes, so divide just the last, don't worry about the number that comes before it. 905 divided by 8, you get remainder of 1. So if you subtract that 1, this number will be what? Divisible by 8. So the answer is 1. If a number is divisible by 63, then it is also divisible by. See, 63 can be written as 7 and 9. Yes, I told you. See, remember that I told you if a number is divisible by certain numbers, the factors of these numbers, okay, will also divide these numbers. What are the factors of 9? 3, right? So 3 is a factor of 9. What are the factors of 7? We don't have much of a factor other than 1. Okay. So 7, 9, 3, all these numbers are going to divide 63. So the answer is then surely is divisible by 7 or 9 or 3. What are the values of for x and y in 72x, 23y for it to be perfectly divisible by 88? Guys, 88 is a composite number. What do you do with composite number? Find LCM of something and something to be equal to 88. Okay, so that is what here it says. For a number to be divisible by a composite number, it must be divisible by 8, 11, as LCM of 8 and 11 is 88. Okay, so all this we've seen in the previous classes. Now, LCM of 8 and 11 will give you 88. So, for the number to be divisible by 88, that number must be divisible by 11 and 8. Okay, you look at this number, if this has to be divisible by 8, this value of y must be, guys, 2. There is no other possibility here. Only if this value of y is 2, then 232 will be divisible by 8. Okay, you cannot put any other value here. Only 2 you can put here. 1, 3, 5, 7. You cannot put any of those values. Okay, it won't go because 232 is divisible by 8. Okay, so y is 2. So we found the value of y to be 2. Okay, now we have to find the value of x. Okay, now this is where I'm going to talk about how to find divisibility of 11. I already taught you a method, but I'm going to teach you one more method to tell you how to find that number is divisible by 11 or not. Okay, okay, this is the number. If you have to find, so let us say this is 2 because we already found this to be 2. Okay, if you have to find if this number is divisible by 11 or not, there is one more method. Sometimes this will come in handy. It is put this, okay, take this digit, okay, from the right hand side, odd digits. This is 1, 3, 5. You add them all up. Okay, so from the left hand side, you add them all up. Similarly, even digits, 3, x, 7. Add them all up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take the even digits first. Okay, 7x3. Okay, so 7x 3. 7x3. Okay, add them all up. Similarly, take the odd digits, 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, add them all up. Now you have options. I think you have options. See, you have options. See, the only two options are D and C. Okay, only D and C you have y2. Okay, so the x must be either 7 or x must be 3. Okay, if you put x to be 7, what happens here? 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 3 is the 17. 17 minus 6 is 11. Okay. Now, if you get this answer to be 0 or multiples of 11, okay, get this answer to be 0 or multiple of 11, then this whole number is divisible by 11. Okay, so 7 and 2 seems to be the correct answer. Okay, we'll check for 3 and 2 also. Okay, so let us see if it is not 7. Let's see if we can use 3. Now put 3 here. What is 7 plus 3 plus 3? 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. Okay, so this shows that this number is not divisible by 11. Okay, so for us to be divisible by 88, it should be divisible by 8 and also 11. Okay, so our correct answer is 7 and 2. Number 2594 is completely divisible by 6. Guys, this is a composite number. Okay, so LCM of 3 and 2 will give you 6. Okay, so it should be divisible by 3 and 2. So you have to watch this carefully. Okay, so then a number that you put here, the smallest value, okay, that you put here must be divisible by 3 and 2. Okay, now add all this 2594. What do you get? 20. Okay, the number that you put here, so if suppose, let us suppose you put a 1 here. Okay, yes, the sum will become 21, which shows that it is divisible by 3, but 21 is not divisible by 2. Okay, so you cannot have 1 here. Okay, now instead of 1, let us try and substitute 2. You cannot substitute 2. If you substitute 2, then this number won't be divisible by 3. So what we do is take the 2. 3 also you cannot substitute. What is the next number that you can substitute so that this is divisible by 3? It is 4, right? So the next number, that is 4. 4. Now see, now what happens is the sum will become 24. Okay, the sum will become 24, so it is divisible by 3, and because there is a 4 here, it is also divisible by 2. So the answer is 4. Okay, so I have an explanation here for you. Maybe you can pause the video and go through it. Value of x comma y. Guys, again 90 is a composite number. What do you do? LCM of 9 and 10. Yes, 9 and 10's LCM will give you 90, right? So 9 and 10's LCM will give you 90. So this number should be divisible by 9 and 10. It is very simple, because if this number should be divisible by 10, what should y be? Y should be 0, right guys? Because if this number should be divisible by 10, y should be 0. Okay, so if y is 0, now if this number should be divisible by 9, the sum of all these digits should be divisible by 9. Now what is the sum of 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus x plus 0, or 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 0? What is that? 7 plus 6 is 13, 17 plus 0. Now which number if we add to 17 will give you a number which is divisible by 9? If you add 1, you will get 18. Yes, that is divisible by 9. If you add 3, you will get 20. That is not divisible by 9. You add 5, you get 22. Not divisible by 9. You add 6, you get 23. Not divisible by 9. So the answer is 1. Okay.